Off the sauce and I'm geeked up. Don't come with that weak stuff. Marshawn, I'm in beast mode. I'm a G nigga, live the G code. Off the sauce and I'm geeked up. Don't come with that weak stuff. Marshawn, I'm in beast mode. I'm a G nigga, live the G code. Nickelodeon, all that.
Oh my God. Okay, 3 times charms. What it is, people? Space City Brothers Podcast. I am your host, Henny Pendergrass, and we are live and direct from the home of the players and pimps.
That's still not correct.
What's the correct way?
It's launching.
Oh, launching.
At no point are we live.
Oh my God. 4th time. God damn, you worse than my manager. What it is, folks? It's the Space City Brothers Podcast, launching from the home of the players and pimps. I am your host, Henny Pendergrass, aka Space City Tab, and alongside of me is my brethren in arms, my brother from another mother, my Ace Boon Coon.
I wonder who came up with brother from another mother first.
It's definitely black.
Who came up with that?
It's definitely black. And when it's my brother from another mother, and they stuck their hand out, and it's before niggas used to lock up, so they should just slap it really hard. And then he turned his hand over, he slap it too. It's like, my man.
We need to go back to that. We need to go back to 60s greetings.
Right? Oh, they were so great.
All these 14 style step handshakes.
I'm telling you, bro. I never could get like when niggas dap you up, but they don't lock up. They just make the lock up snap. Like if I get that, I'm done.
No, you just snap with it.
Like, no.
You let it go and you snap.
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
It always look like they have it. And
snapping is just your hand.
But no, but it was like
slapping your palm.
But it's like no, they do it with their hand. They're not locked up. But they're not snapping themselves, but they snap like that.
No, they snap themselves.
They're not like doing that. They just like bring it off.
Look, I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay. See, that makes sense.
Snapping is just your finger slapping your palm.
This is the type of quality content you can get from the Space City Brothers.
That probably sounded horrible.
Trying to find out the science of old 60s and 50s handshakes amongst niggas.
Nah, I already figured it out.
What's your name? So people know who you're talking to.
They already know. If they're here for the Space City Brothers Podcast. Episode 42.
42. Ooh. Jackie Robinson episode.
You know, I almost forgot that. I had thought of it. I thought of it and I didn't write it down. And then I forgot. And I was going to watch the movie, but then I looked at Netflix and I was like, wow, there's a bunch of stuff on Netflix that I still haven't watched. And I looked at Hulu. I was like, wow, there's a bunch of movies on Hulu that I haven't watched. And I looked at Amazon and I was like, wow, there's a bunch of stuff on Amazon that I haven't watched.
Bruh.
So I'm just overwhelmed. And then Top World Grand Tour is about to come back for season 3. Oh,
that's the little car shit he like with the 3 British dudes.
Yeah, that show is great. And
I tried to watch it, bro. I was just like, it was too documentary movie style for me. Like I couldn't get into the way it was shot.
They literally the show coming from Top Gears, they literally tell you about the car.
Yeah.
And then they just do something like goofy or dumb with it. Either they have the car and they hate it and they talk shit about it, or they have the car and then they like drive it poorly.
Yeah.
Or they have the car, or like they just do like a random segment where they do something stupid.
I think the one I watched was they had got 3 supercars. They got I want to say one was an electric car. One was some other shit, and the third one was some other shit. I don't fucking remember exactly. And I just kept waiting for them to get to the part where they said they were driving from one town to another in these cars, and they was gonna see who got there the fastest. It just felt too scripted for me. You feel me?
It's literally scripted. That's the point.
But I thought it would be more like scripted, off the wall, like.
No, I mean it depends on what the segment is. Sometimes it's just like, oh, we're gonna drive from here to here. And they're just like talking shit about the other person's car. It's like, oh,
that's all it was.
Jay's is an idiot. Jeremy's a big ass monkey in an overpriced car that doesn't even have cup holders.
Yeah.
And then there's like the one I told you where they each tried to make an ambulance, but one used like a hearse. One was trying to use a fucking Porsche, and the other was trying to use like a 70s like travel van.
Yeah.
And then he had like he put like a fucking launcher out that hoe, so it launches the stretcher and shit.
No,
that show is great. That show is great.
I couldn't get into it.
That's because you gotta watch.
Uncultured.
You gotta watch like one of the seasons. Well, you gotta watch like half of one of the seasons, so you have to go back and watch like the newest, like the last 3 years of them on Top Gear.
Yeah.
And then if you don't like that, then you definitely don't like it.
Okay. Maybe I was watching something
But you have
else.
to watch their season of Top Gear, because then one of them got removed from the show, so the other two weren't going to do it, and they had like one of the dudes from Friends and some other shit, and I'm like, no, this is garbage. I'm never going to watch this. And then they made Grand Tour, and I love it. It is stupid, and they're silly, and Richard Hammond almost dies at one point. And then they make fun of him for
almost dying.
They make fun of him for not being able to make a turn. They be like, "Oh, do you have to make a turn? Is that impossible for you, Richard? Can you keep it on the road?" At one point, one of them was in Dubai or Dubai. I never remember how to say it correctly. I think it's Dubai.
Yeah.
He was in Dubai, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is a supercar," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll race this person in another supercar," and they smoke him. He's like, "Oh, shoot," and then he sees like somebody in like a minivan. He's like, "Hey, you want to race?" And the guy's like, "Yeah," and he smokes him too. He's just like, "Well,"
of course, only in Dubai.
This was great. So I don't remember why I was thinking about conspiracy theories. I think it was a podcast that was talking about conspiracy theories. And I was like, you know what? I think 9/11 was actually a government thing. But here's the thing. They wanted to justify going into Iraq and Afghanistan, right?
Yeah.
They were going to use that. It was just like, oh, a plane got...
point.
No, it was just going to be... Oh, a plane got hijacked, and it's like, oh, they're holding people hostage. What happens?
We Space City Walk. It's his and his alone.
What
happens? Not reflect the Koval. Did not reflect the overall.
No, what happened? What happened?
Please don't shoot me in the face as I leave here.
I think what happened is that.
Get a text shut
up, nigga. Damn, I'm trying to talk. Shut up. What happened instead is that they were like, oh yeah, we're just gonna have this thing where people get kidnapped on the plane, and then we talk the terrorists down on the plane or something. And what happens is that the guys that hire are like, nah, fuck that. This is an opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
Fuck
that.
And they took a second plane and then did the 9/11 shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we thought they were only going to go this far, and they like tripled down on it. I think that's what actually happened. You know what it was? It was the movie, they did a rewatchables about All the President's Men, which is about the Watergate trial, and then like the dude who made that movie, he died. He was like 80, he was like late 80s or in his 90s, but he had died, so they were talking about like him making that movie. And I was like, yeah, that's like that Watergate, the JFK assassination. I was like, you know what? I'm not sure. Well, definitely what happened at 9/11 is not what they tried to tell us.
No, it's definitely not.
So
there's a lot of missing pieces.
That's me throwing my penny into the well. I think they
allegedly.
I think they had the idea for it, and then the motherfuckers who did it was like, oh no, we're not just doing this. We want to take it to the next level, and they're like, shit.
So if you're out there, you want to.
This is only conspiracy. Yeah, I have no evidence for this.
Please say that shit.
I didn't even look it up.
I'll be holding fucking tryouts, auditions for a new co-host and shit. Isn't gonna mysteriously come up missing and shit.
Oh no, if I'm not on this podcast is over.
We just gonna keep on trucking.
You not doing shit.
Taking all this equipment out of here.
You not doing shit.
He not gonna be coming home. He not be coming from a show one day. I'll be counting down the time.
Nah, this podcast is over.
It's 15 minutes late. All right, everybody, wrap this shit up.
If I don't come home for 2 days, my entire room just sets on fire.
Look, I know this nigga. I'm pretty sure he's not bluffing at all.
Yeah, let's go to self.
If he doesn't walk across that threshold, there's probably like a sensor that just
you're not getting in here.
Lights a match from the ceiling and just drops to the floor and
just like movies, there's way too many games.
Bro, there are a lot of
too
games.
many good games.
Let me say this: there's not a bunch of good games.
There's too many good games, and they're all getting bigger. And I just don't have time for all the good games that are big.
Yeah, I'm not. Some games I just don't have the interest in. Like Tomb Raider, I played the first two. I was gonna play the third one. I just didn't give a fuck.
Like they just came out with Assassin's Creed. That's a huge game, right? Assassin's Creed
Odyssey, yeah, I played a little bit of Odyssey.
Then they came out with Hitman. Then they came out with Red Dead. Then they just came out with Fallout. It's like you can't play all four of those games.
Fallout's trash
and
too.
Completely.
That's the reason why you gotta look at the fucking
Yeah, but if you like Fallout and you want to play it, and they finally added some form of a multiplayer into the game where you can play with other people.
Let's talk about that for a second.
It's like you can't play all those games and have the full experience of it. Like you used to be able to play just Assassin's Creed, you finish it, it's like, oh well, next game, and then you play it. They're all too big.
But let's talk about Fallout for a second. How did Bethesda fuck that up? Bethesda was guaranteed, bro, $1 billion if they just stuck to the shit that they know. First they came out with, they was like, oh, we're gonna make Fallout, but with multiplayer. Niggas was like, Fallout with your homeboys, bro, hell yeah. You don't gotta do it with them weak ass NPCs no more. You can play with your niggas, hell yeah. Boom. Oh, we got this, that, and the fifth. We got a combat system. We got PvP. The niggas was offering, like, nigga, even I don't even play Fallout now. I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to get Fallout if it's got all this shit in it. Nigga, come to the game drop, they give a beta. Niggas playing the beta. This shit boring as fuck. They say the NPC, they say that there's no enemies,
people, it's only
enemies.
Because you're the first people to come out of the vault.
Which
so
there's
no other humans. There's just like robots.
That makes more sense.
Robots and like mutants.
That makes sense. Now that you think about it, if you take a step back and think about it, you're supposed to be the first people to come out the vault, or are you just the first vault to open?
I think you're the first. I think it's like the first vault to open, and then you're like the set. Because the first is like a person that came out, and you're apparently the story is like you're trying to find that person, and then you're like the first like full group that leaves that vault. But I would know because I haven't played. But that's what like the people
online.
That's like the podcast I've heard say about it. God damn it!
I guess that sort of makes sense, but at the same time, it's like
I mean I've never played any Fallout.
So yeah, I've never played any Fallout now, so I don't know. I'm just saying. Besides that, it being mostly empty world with not a whole bunch to do. All it seems like you're doing is just shooting mutants, collecting loot to upgrade the loot that you already have, but there's really no goal or end in sight. Like they give you missions that's just mow down these people, collect this stuff, and then that's it. It's like they sort of half-assed the DLC. I mean, they sort of half-assed the game, and it was like, oh, we'll add all this shit later, basically.
I mean, that's basically just early access.
That's what I'm saying. It seems like it's on a part of
you just don't call it early access.
Yeah, early access game like fucking like what's that shit that we used to want to play a long time ago?
A lot of games. PUBG.
No, not PUBG.
PUBG
was always it was basically a multiplayer fighting game to me.
PUBG, Fortnite, fucking Astroneer. That still has. It's not like a finished thing.
Yeah.
What else? The Forest was early access for the longest. I don't remember the rest of them.
Oh, what was the question? Oh, here's another good question. Is early access like a cheap way for developers to put out games?
It's not a cheap way.
It seems like it's a cheap way.
It's not a cheap way. It's basically it's basically like a way to fund the finished game.
Yeah.
If you're not like fucking Rockstar or EA where you just pour your money into it and then be like, okay, this is it. It's like, okay, we've made some of the game. This is the direction it's heading in. If you like it, then you buy it, then you already have it improved.
It seemed like
versus like you putting out your full game. It's like, oh, this is garbage, and it barely works. And it's like, we got.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you kind of build. It's kind of like built-in lowered expectation.
But that's kind of cheap though in my eyes because you still charging like fucking Fortnite making billions of dollars for a game that's not even finished. They getting awards for a game that's technically not even finished.
But it's also free.
It's free, but you still paying.
You just
and that's too. It's a free fucking game, and you still paying. You still charging motherfuckers for skins and shit. They making a lot of money.
Yeah, that's microtransactions, but at the same time, it doesn't affect like the skins and stuff. Don't
affect
necessarily
you
affect your ability to win. So nobody's really like. I wouldn't say upset. It's not in a form where it'd be a big deal versus like a game versus like when Battlefront 2 was coming out and it's like, oh, you'd have to pay this much money to be able to unlock freaking Darth Vader. It's like the internet is outraged.
That's another thing Fallout 76 doing. They prices for everything is mad high. I remember that I was reading online that they was giving away this collector's bag for like a deluxe purchase of Fallout 76, and you got the bag and the little helmet that he has to go with it. And on the picture, the bag was canvas, but when they got it, it was fucking nylon. Some niggas is OD upset. They was like, why the bag in the picture look canvas, but the bag I'm getting is nylon? They was like, oh, we're bad. We're sorry about that. We'll give you like $5 of in-game currency. It isn't even enough to buy the in-game version of the bag, the canvas bag for your character.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, I've only gotten the pre-order package for one game, and now GTA 4. Otherwise, I just don't bother getting like whatever the collector shit is, because then I don't even do anything with it, and I don't even bother like keeping it to look at it. Like I was using the GTA box for like all the cards I was getting, and then I lost the key, and I had like gift cards in it. So I just ripped it open and then just threw it away because I lost the key, so I can't lock it and unlock it. It's just a box now. Nah. I just ripped it. I just like used the fucking crowbar and pried the hell open and then threw it away.
Most of the shit that they give now for collector's editions be whack as fuck. Like I think. Like I was expecting, I'm not even gonna bullshit you. I wanted like a mini axe when the God of War was coming out. I got God of War, but I wanted like I wanted a collector's edition, but I really just wanted it because for whatever the dope shit they give you in the collector's. Then like Assassin's Creed, I think they give you a hidden blade for 1 year or something like that, and I'm like, oh, these niggas finna give you a fucking axe. These niggas that give you shit. They gave you a keychain. I don't want this shit. I'm paying hundreds of dollars for DLC downloads and the keychain. You can suck my dick. Nah, fuck that shit.
I feel like the only thing that might have been worth it was like the Master Chief helmet.
Yeah, that's dope as shit. Shit like that'd be ill. I'll pay money for that.
Or if they gave you like a high quality fucking Spider-Man mask.
That's dope.
Not like an Amazon mask where it's like a big ass seam.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, like actual put on. Yeah. Like for the Red Dead, I thought you was gonna get like a toy revolver, like a die cast.
They're not gonna give you that. They're gonna give you a fucking
Airsoft VV toy revolver.
They're not gonna give you that. You can't give that to people, nigga. Just take your ass to Academy. The fuck.
Oh man,
this is high school. You're old enough to buy one.
I know, but I wanted like a cool revolver one, or a cowboy hat. A cowboy hat would have been dope. They're not gonna
give you a cowboy hat.
A black cowboy hat.
You could get a fucking bolo tie. You can have a bolo tie or a Red Dead Rockstar specific Red Dead buckle.
It's a fucking t-shirt.
You can have a buckle.
I think they give you a Zippo lighter.
A what?
A Zippo lighter, like the little flip top lighters.
What?
A Zippo lighter, the flip top, the ones you can flip up in.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, it's called a Zippo.
ZIP.
I think that's a brand, but everybody refers to it as a Zippo.
A Zippo lighter is a reusable metal lighter manufactured by American Zippo Manufacturing Company of Bradford, Pennsylvania, United States of America. Thousands of different styles have been made in the 8 decades since their introduction, including military versions for specific regiments. So it's not even that. It's not even old enough to be Canon and Red Dead.
Yeah,
that was like matches.
It was like fuck it. I don't know, but I'm just going off what I saw somebody got on fucking YouTube. Who knows how accurate that shit is? But he also had a pistol laying next to it, so I clicked on the video because I was like, shit, nigga, you get a pistol? I'm gonna get the PS4 version. I was gonna get the game for PS4 anyway.
Well, it's called clickbait, my guy.
He clickbaited the fuck out of me. It was a beautiful gun, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I heard Cameron on the Jalen and Jacoby show, and I was wondering how long has Cameron been hoarse? Because he has been. It seems like he's been hoarse for a really long time.
At least the better half of the late 2000s.
Because like somebody get him some tea, please.
It's Cameron over.
That's what I told you.
Because he never sounded like that before.
We was just like that.
Maybe you just hoarse that day. I don't remember Cameron.
It was really hoarse. I was like, God damn, get this nigga some honey. That shit was bad. It was Cameron and Jim Jones. You know, Jim Jones just sounds regular.
Annoyed.
Nah, he just sound. I mean, Jim Jones sounded fine, and Cameron was like about to die hoarse. And I was like, what the hell?
I've never gotten into Dipset. I was never into Dipset. I was never into Dipset. I hated the way they rap. The way they rap annoyed the shit out of me.
I liked them. It was just too many people that I wasn't aware of to keep up with. So I was just like, I'm done.
Basically, the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah,
you got the main 9, and you got a bunch of affiliate niggas that you never heard of.
Too many people.
Them 3-6 Mafia.
I didn't even know what they're. And then, like, by the time I was able to start looking up music and finding it, it was like, oh, well, I could just listen to Jim Jones. Okay, well,
he's Dipset.
I could just listen to Jim Jones and Jewels. I'm done with this.
I've never liked any of them. I've never been a Dipset. I've never
Jim
been
Jones
a Dipset
make
fan.
Get Crunk music.
I've never been a Dipset fan. Just their flow, the way they flow, just aggravates me.
Well, Jim Jones made Get Crunk music, and he made G's Up. G's up, G's up, G's up.
I was gonna say we stay down. Fly.
And if the bitch can't swim, she go drown. On the streets, toting the 4 pound. You ain't know we was the niggas, you know now.
All right, guy.
I had the shade on the black.
That's back when we was on.
I hit it with the crossover, made him jump back.
Extra New York era fucking.
And before
rap.
all that, I used to make a pump crack.
50 Cent still got the hardest diss song ever in history of life.
No, that's not true.
Yes, bro.
That's not true.
Oh my god.
The hardest diss song ever? No, that's not true.
What's the hardest diss song ever?
It's definitely not 50 Cent. He
bro.
had some great ones. 50 Cent didn't even have anything better than fucking 300 Miles and Running.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. 300 Miles
See,
and Running was hard.
you're just saying shit out loud.
300 Miles is hard.
And you're not even thinking about
300
it.
Miles was hard, but it wasn't directed at game.
What are you talking about? 300 Miles and Running.
I mean, I wasn't directed at. I mean, him when he was going against Ja Rule, you can't lie and say this. A lot of hard shit came out of 50 Cent mouth.
That's not.
I'm only really
what I just
specifically.
said. I said he doesn't have the hardest of all time.
Nah, I'm still gonna say.
No way.
I'm still gonna say he was better than 300 Miles and Running.
No.
I'm still gonna say
there's no way he has the hardest diss song of all time. You're doing that internet shit where you just speaking hyperbole with no thought.
I still think if he's not hardest of all time, top 10.
Well, you need to come up with a comprehensive list of diss songs, and I want it on my desk by the next episode.
Fuck this nigga.
Since you keep you making these hyperbole claims.
One is definitely all right.
Put your money behind your mouth. No, I'm not hearing it now.
I'm going to
not hearing it now.
One is definitely no Vaseline.
I'm not hearing it now. Does Dave Chappelle have a podcast?
Not that I know.
And why doesn't he?
Because that nigga doesn't give a fuck about anything relevant.
Apparently, the thing about being a comedian today is just having your own podcast and then having other comedians come on it. And there's way too many. There's also
has a podcast.
There's also too many podcasts for me to listen to. There's way too many.
Not for me, nigga. I'm not even gonna lie. I stick to my faithful few.
Look, I will go to my podcast
list. Emmy Jones.
Look, there's Bill Simmons, the NFL show, Against All Odds, the NBA show, One Shining Podcast, the Low Post, Woj Pod,
Jesus Christ,
Ryan Russillo show, Do a Threat with Ryan Russillo, Jalen Jacoby, The Herd. That's already 10. Culture Kings, Off Topic, Rewatchables, Bodega Boys, Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast, Dude Soup, Always Open, Comedy Trap House, Brian Weirhorse.
Ain't the Comedy Trap House the Dorm Sammy dudes?
Yeah. Arian Foster, the J-Day Reddit Podcast.
I like Arian Foster.
Larry
podcast.
Wilmore, Black on the Air, Inner Hole Uprising, Road Tripping. Well, I'll get rid of Road Tripping. I won't count that. So I'm already at like 20.
You listen to all them hoes?
Yeah. The Bechtel cast. Yeah, I do like that one. Handsome Rambler, even though Hamble Birds hasn't done an episode in forever. And Bench Mode. And I haven't even started Bench Mode.
Shit.
So I'm at what?
2 goddamn many.
8, 12, 16, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I already listened to 28 different podcasts.
What I got on my shit? Let me see. Podcast. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, what's his name? Conan O'Brien has started one that I might just get into.
All these rich ass niggas starting podcasts, taking all the advertisement, fucking people. Bitch, you rich already. The fuck? Bodega Boys, the Bruce Lee podcast, Gaming Illuminati. I just finished listening to Gladiator, so I gotta get rid of that. Oh, that's another episode up? What the fuck? How's that 8 episodes up? Oh, it was the trailer too.
Run the streets on the folk.
Listen to Gladiator. The Aaron Hernandez story, that was a good one too. Good Culture, the Hokage Thoughts, Insecurity, the Insecurity Podcast, Jenkins and Jones, Lemon Shade, What Now with Arian Foster, Since 03, the 85 South Show, Cracked, I gotta get rid of, the Joe Budden Podcast, the Read,
I'm not listening to Joe Budden Podcast
with Bohemian Jones.
I have no interest in Joe Budden's podcast.
I like Joe Budden's podcast.
I have no interest. I didn't care about him when he had a show.
I really got rid of the Evening Jones, so I'm gonna go ahead and get
the last time I cared about what Joe Budden was actually talking about was like 2010 when he just posted ignorant ass tweets that were funny, and I was like, you know, this is entertaining to look at. And then he got to the point, it's like, yeah, I don't care about him dating light skinned women.
Dating light skinned women.
I don't care.
Oh man.
Hold on, I didn't even bother googling it. Does Dave okay, what are the, can you guess any of the Dave Chappelle Google finishes or Google predictions? Does Dave Chappelle blank?
Does Dave Chappelle still do comedy? Does the Dave Chappelle show still come on? Shit. Does Dave Chappelle do crack?
You were close. Does Dave Chappelle still do shows? Okay. Which he definitely does.
Yeah.
Does Dave Chappelle skateboard? Does Dave Chappelle have Twitter? No. Does Dave Chappelle have Instagram?
Dave Chappelle does have a Twitter.
He might. What was I looking up? Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle does have a Twitter.
A podcast. Is he like?
I don't know.
No. Does he have Twitter where it's like, God damn it, the Redskins didn't cover again, or does he have Twitter that's like, hey, I will be at the Comedy Cellar on Thursday, January 4th.
I think it's more like Jay-Z Twitter, where he hits niggas with tweets every fucking 300 days. I thought I'm pretty sure he had a Twitter. Yeah, he does have a Twitter. Let me see. He joined March of 2012. He has 500,000 followers.
It looks like Dave Chappelle shows up on people's podcasts, but he doesn't have his own podcast.
This nigga hasn't tweeted since 2012.
He could literally just like buy the equipment to have a podcast at his house.
Bro, what? Especially that money that not the pocket checking nigga, but that money that Netflix is paying that motherfucker. What? But yeah, he has a podcast. He hasn't tweeted since 2012.
I mean, he has a Twitter.
Twitter, yeah.
So basically, he doesn't have a Twitter.
Basically,
and you haven't tweeted in 6 years. You don't have a Twitter. All right, now this house not charging, so I must unplug the charger.
I guess Dave Chappelle's on the Global Citizens Festival, whatever the fuck that is. Did you see the SEC championship last night?
No.
Another Atlanta team shit the bed. Atlanta is cursed. They was up on the motherfuckers 21-7, bro. Basically, they skunked Alabama. And then
wait, Georgia beat Alabama?
No, Alabama beat Georgia.
Well, Alabama was considered better, pretty much.
But they was losing in the first half.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're the better team, you can still win.
I'm just saying.
I ended up I ended up watching the Texas Oklahoma game because that was on when I was at a general
was that
reveal.
the Big 12 bowl? I mean, the Big 12 championship.
That's Big 12. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, who won?
That was a good game. Oklahoma.
Oh, fuck that shit.
But they were going back and forth, but Oklahoma was like in the lead the whole game, and then Oklahoma got like so the running back, I think it was the running back, was like 7 yards from the touchdown, gets tackled, fumbles. Texas recovers. Then Texas tries to run a pass play to get out of their own side and then get safety like immediately.
That's funny.
And then Oklahoma started throwing the ball and finished the game, and then Texas tried to mount their last couple drives and got 3 interceptions. And apparently the fucking white dude quarterback for Texas was like was throwing up the Longhorn sign from when he was like 3 years old.
Say what?
The quarterback from Texas, white boy, was like throwing up the Longhorn sign when he was like 3 years old.
Of course.
Like
what part of Texas he from?
I don't know. They didn't have the sound on it that loud. But they had like fucking boutique pictures of him throwing up the Longhorn sign.
All right, so here's the official BCS final college football playoff rankings.
The rankings came out
They have Alabama at 1, Clemson at 2, Notre Dame at 3, Oklahoma. Damn, Notre Dame ain't been up there in years.
Some people will argue that they don't belong up there.
Probably don't. Texas is 15. We ain't been up there in years either. Fuck Texas A&M. Texas A&M is at 19. Then you have Boise State, Iowa State. I used to want to play for Boise so bad, just because of they dope ass uniforms. So that's how they get niggas. And they field and shit. Remember when they came out with the blue field?
That was whack.
You thought that was whack?
I thought that was whack.
That shit was hard as fuck, bro.
So whack.
Everybody in the locker room was like, bro, you see Boise State field? You see Boise State field? It's like, nah, I ain't seen that field. Yeah, online, it's all blue and shit, bro. Nigga, that shit was hard. That shit was Only thing would have made it better if they had colored the lines the same colors as their jerseys and shit.
That shit was whack.
I don't
understand what was the point of the blue field.
Because why not? They were the most swaggiest team out other than like Oregon. Then Oregon came out with the green uniforms and shit. And it being like fucking sponsored by Nike and just killing niggas.
I mean, literally basically in the town of Nike.
Yeah, killing niggas. Oh, the uniforms were so clean when they came to fuck out.
That blue,
I wouldn't want to be called no duck though. I'm sorry.
That blue turf was whack.
Man,
that was whack. I was not a fan of it.
Who's the best dressed uniforms now?
I don't watch college football.
I like Texas A&M. The black uniforms Texas A&M have.
Everybody has black uniforms now. Everybody has black uniforms.
I was trying to look up the football playoffs.
No, that is the playoffs.
Oh, that was the playoffs?
Yeah, the rankings are the playoffs. So if you're top,
oh, okay, yeah.
That's the playoffs.
Yeah. So it's gonna be motherfucking Alabama versus Clemson. Then you have Boise State, Iowa State. No, Alabama versus Clemson, Notre Dame. Well, they might switch it up. Then you have Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Georgia.
But see, Alabama is finally at the point of the season where Alabama might lose to somebody. Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. They've been roll tiding every motherfucking body, especially after coming off that.
Their schedule has not been that hefty, and they haven't played that many that many teams that can challenge them. Mm-hmm. That's the argument against Alabama.
Basically, they got the Katie.
The argument against them is that they don't really play anybody. So I finally saw Sorry to Bother You since it's on Hulu.
Was that good?
I would say that it's watchable, but okay. It's not rewatchable. Here's the thing. I tell you what, they did a very good job of not spoiling the movie. Because what you see in all the commercials and shit, about 40 minutes into the movie, none of that shit showed up on commercials. You have no idea what's gonna actually happen in the movie.
They're real good at that. That's hard.
There's such a turn that happens in that movie.
That's hard.
You will be like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna have to watch it.
But that made me wonder. Ponder upon like ranking movies.
Yeah.
So I came up with from worst to best. Either the movie's awful, it's bad, it's stupid. Then when you flip over to good, it's either watchable where you can watch it once. And it's not, you not be like, turn the shit off. Then there's rewatchable where it's like you can watch it over again and it's just great. Okay. So like OG Star Wars is great. You can watch it over. People love it. Rewatchable would be like fucking like Bad Boys. Bad Boys is not actually a good movie, but you can watch it a bunch of times.
Bad Boys 1 or Bad Boys 2?
Well, Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2 is
Bad Boys 2 is rewatchable.
I think it's rewatchable.
It's not great. You're not gonna watch it to be like, oh yeah, this plot makes absolute sense.
Yeah, I'll definitely throw it on and laugh at the parts I like.
It's rewatchable.
Cleaning the house or some shit.
I watch movies like a movie you can watch once and it's like, yeah, I saw that. Now
the third Batman movie is definitely watchable.
A stupid movie is that it's a rewatchable movie, but in the movie you're acknowledging how bad it is.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But it's like movie. You still rewatch it. Like Mouse Hut. Like I can watch Mouse Hut 1,000,000 times. It's fucking stupid. The movie is fucking stupid. It makes no sense. But you can still like if it's it's like a Sunday evening and you need to like clean the house or you need to like fucking like scrub your shoes down or take apart your laptop to clean out the air. It's like you throw them out and not pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Bad movies.
I just saw a bad movie today. It was called Green Room. Oh my god.
I can't think of any bad movies off the top of my head.
Green Room was terrible.
And then there's like awful movies where it's like, okay,
this is just terrible. Turn this off. Awful.
I can't think of a bad movie. Let me check. Let me try Netflix.
Rewatchable. A great movie. What's that movie Will Smith was in with the zombies? I Am Legend.
Is I Am Legend on great?
Yeah, I Am Legend is great. You can watch that over and over again. What else is another great movie?
She's Gotta Have It, I would say, is a bad movie.
Terrible.
That movie's not.
I
don't like it.
Any teenage drama, any teenage dramedy is bad unless it's Mean Girls, which is great.
I wouldn't necessarily categorize like that. Oh, there's Brooklyn's Finest. I was looking for that.
Yeah, I would. What's another? Varsity Blues is rewatchable.
I've never seen Varsity Blues.
It's pretty good. Friday Night Lights is great. I'm just naming movies off the top of my dome at this point. What's a bad one? What's a awful movie?
The fucking Blade 3.
Oh my god.
Blade 3 movie's not good.
Blade 2 might be watchable, borderline stupid, borderline watchable. Blade
2 is stupid.
Blade 2 is stupid?
Blade 2 is stupid. Because like
in that movie he found his mama or some stupid shit like that.
No, but that was in the first one.
Oh, that's definitely stupid. He got it. That movie don't age that well.
That's the thing about Blade. It's like the movie is pretty much solid all the way until you get to the end, and then it's like, okay, so they're gonna use his. It's like, okay, they're in this temple shit.
Yeah.
Okay, what are they gonna do with this? It's like, he like sometimes there's like spiritual shit and he needed Blade's blood, and then the spiritual shit takes the blood of all the pure blood vampires and then makes him like super blood where he's just made entirely out of blood. He basically becomes the blood version of fucking Majin Buu. Like what the fuck? This doesn't. There's nothing in the fucking movie that would indicate that some shit like this would happen. It's like they're looking for the parts to find like the ancient text. maybe I don't know. Maybe it's like some weapon or like a vampire who's like.
I was gonna turn everybody vampire. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Or some stupid shit. It's like, nah, we gonna make him into blood, and he gonna be the
like you can chop off his head with silver, and he'll just grow it back.
Grow it back, or else reattach it. Fuck? What are you talking about?
What the?
Nah, the dumbest shit at the end was when he was throwing the needles into that nigga. That shit made me so because they really went into like a cutscene. A director was like, "All right, do it again. All right, do it again. All right." What? Like that was the highlight of the movie was him throwing. That's how the end of the movie was him throwing needles into this blood demon. And
then there was so many times where he's like fighting vampires and it's like Blade is like physically superior to these vampires and he could just like beat down any vampire. Yeah. But he wouldn't kill them. It's like, no, just start eliminating them.
That first motherfucking scene when they take the vampire to the I want to say the mortuary.
No, they take the dude to the butcher shop.
No. After he breaks into the little club and shit, and after all that shit.
When they took him to the hospital.
He burns the vampire. And they take it. Was it the hospital? Or I think it was a mortuary. And they took him to the mortuary. And the nigga's laying on the table. And he gets up and he bites the dude, right? And then Blade comes and is like, I followed you here because I knew. Well, you should have killed him. I knew you was still going to come back to life. Then how come you didn't kill him when you had the chance to at the little club shit? You let this nigga get out the fucking club when you knew he was still alive because
that movie was stupid.
Look, fire doesn't kill vampires, so you let him live long enough to bite somebody else and kill them. That's bad. It's not a good superhero, dog.
That movie was stupid.
That makes no sense.
That movie was stupid. You can watch it more than once, but you gotta acknowledge that it is.
You just watch it for the fight scenes and shit.
Very bad plot hole.
That's it.
This is very poor.
You just fighting for the action.
Very poor decision making.
Bro, that was terrible, dog. And then the second one had Ryan Reynolds in it.
No, that was the third one.
What was the third one? What was the second one then?
The second one is when they were like vampire mutants.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't kill them with silver. They could only be killed by light, and they were hunting down vampires.
Yeah.
And like the vampire princess came to ask for his help.
Ask for his help. Okay, I remember that.
And that it was funny because that movie gave me nightmares for like a month. I just slept with a lamp on. I slept under a lamp after that movie. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna rank movie watchability from now on. Like Blade Runner 2049, that's watchable. You can watch it once and it's like, oh yeah, that was cool. But then I tried watching it again. It's like,
fuck that shit.
Like, goddamn, like this movie is still going on.
I saw that first part where they got into a little fight in the little cornfield and shit, and after that, I just sort of nodded the fuck off, and I was done for the night. I was like, nah, I don't want to watch no more of this.
You'd have to like really set the mood for that movie.
Nah, see, I'm terrible at watching movies.
You had to like have surround sound, and then like dim. It had to be like the middle of the day, but you dim the lights and shit so you could see. And then you had to like have the sound, like have a sound bar, surround sound, so you can actually hear what they saying.
Yeah,
and shit. It's a good movie, but I'm not going back to that hoe.
No, not at all.
So Amanda Bynes showed back up on Twitter.
I love it.
I don't. Were we mad at Amanda Bynes?
I don't think.
Were we not?
We were just all shocked, pretty much.
Like why? I don't know. What was the thing about Amanda Bynes?
She
just wilding?
She was just wilding. She was high out of her mind, and she even says in a little interview she was high out of her mind. Like on the set of Hairspray, the remake, she was high. Drew an Adderall and shit. And now that I go back and watch the movie, I always said she looked off. Like they didn't have her say a whole bunch of lines because she was just so fucked up. Even in times when she was supposed to be like in the scene, like in the moment, she was just stone faced. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? And now it makes sense now because she was fucked up on set.
Arrested for criminal possession of marijuana, tampering with air evidence, and reckless endangerment. She allegedly threw a bong out of a window in her New York City apartment. I remember that. Yeah.
She was just no one hated her. She never did nothing that was just OD out the wall. She just wilding the fuck out. She wasn't like Miley Cyrus, just working on stage. And
Amanda Bynes arrested for driving under the influence in West Hollywood. She hit a stopped police car. After being arrested, she refused to test that would have determined she was either drunk or using drugs. She's accused of hitting another car in San Fernando Valley and fled the scene. Charged with DUI, and she pled her case directly to Obama via Twitter. Hey, Barack Obama, I don't drink. Please fire the cop who arrested me. I also done hit and run. The end.
She was just one.
Accused of another hit and run, this time on Ventura Boulevard. That's August. This is all in 2012, starting from April. Charged with 2 counts of hit and run. Pulled over for driving with suspended license. Her driving privilege had been revoked after her hit and run. Lindsay Lohan is upset that Bynes hasn't been incarcerated. Why did I get put in jail? And a Nickelodeon star has had no punishment so far. She tweets furiously.
Because we like you more than we like you.
These are moments that I appreciate my life experiences, living without regrets, and Disney for supporting me as an actress. Do we hate Lindsay Lohan?
No, we don't hate her. We just don't like her.
Why do we not like her? Why do we dislike Lindsay Lohan?
Well, the most recent shit was that fucking that shit where she was trying to take an Armenian couple's kids or some shit. That's
that sounds weird. Just you telling me that.
She was in like Italy or somewhere, and she owns some clubs out there or whatever, and she's like harassing this homeless Armenian family or Syrian family or whatever the fuck. And she was talking about the mama and daddy were slave trafficking their kids and some. Obviously, she was high as fuck.
Well, okay.
And the mama gave her one to the jaw, nigga. She tapped her jaw right quick.
All right, back to Amanda Bynes.
Yeah. So
TMZ reports that Bynes has been
shit.
dropped by her agent, her publicist, and her lawyer, all in the span of a few weeks.
White people don't play that. They'll drop you hot. Plus, it wouldn't help if you were doing no
Post
moves.
a photo on her Tumblr page revealing she's gotten a cheek piercing. Later, picture revealed that her right cheek had been pierced as well. The Tumblr account has since been deleted. Apparently, Amanda Bynes claims that she created the phrase "ILY, I love you" and "LOLOL" when people put "law" instead of just LOL. And then March 22nd, 2013, Amanda Bynes tweets that she wants Drake to murder her vagina.
That shit was hilarious. Niggas was like, what? What?
Then Amanda Bynes tweets that she's suing Us Weekly and Perez Hilton for continuing to act like, she said, for continuing to act like I'm doing something wrong by tweeting and walking to photo shoots. Fuck you. DUI mugshot. Okay, so she was just like wilding.
Yeah, she was just wilding. She never did nothing crazy. She never said nothing crazy. Like, and most people, and as high and out there as she was, I'm really surprised she didn't let an N-bomb slip. Truthfully. Because, you know, when white people get around drugs and alcohol, and they start going down that little slope, it don't take much for them to be talking about niggers and shit.
In Touch goes inside Bynes' drug-fueled house party, claiming that Bynes sleeps on a bare mattress, that her windows have been spray-painted black, and that her floor is covered in bags of pots. A photographer documents the scene.
Is he really a photographer or just a nigga with an iPhone?
I mean, it looks like a photographer because it's like a magazine spread.
Can I say something real quick?
No, it said In Touch Weekly. Yeah, In Touch. So
can I say something real quick? There's that photo of the mom holding her 2 kids at the border, and like, while I feel sympathy for them and everything like that, it's not a good photo. I'm just gonna say that it's an awful photo.
You got tear gas flying at you and shit.
No, it was It's just. I mean, not that it wasn't staged good.
And you know, like fucking National Guard be trying to be tough and shit, shooting people with like fucking wooden shotgun pellets and shit. Well, I guess Amanda Bynes was just wild. I don't know why I felt like we were just like on Tumblr upset at her.
No, I was never upset at Amanda. I thought it was just like, I was sad. It's like, damn, yo, I used to love the Amanda show, and then when she was on all that Amanda Says or whatever, she used to yell at niggas.
I used to hate that segment.
I love that segment, dog.
I would watch it and be like, shut the hell up. Just shut up. Just shut your mouth. You so stupid.
I love that segment, dog.
They be yelling. You know what? That was a view into her personality. She'd be on that hoe yelling about, yelling at people, sending her, for the sketch, sending her letters, calling them back. Stupid.
And she's still cute. And I'm happy for her. I hope she starts acting again and shit. I'm trying to see her in Easy A 2.
Well,
what's a good movie you think A Man of Mine would have been better in than whatever actress was in it?
I'm gonna say none of them. I don't know.
I want to get the Amanda Show.
Who's the chick?
On Comedy Central.
Who's the chick? The new redheaded girl. She was in Maniac. Wasn't she the one? Whoever was the girl in Mean Girls? Because it wasn't Lindsay Lohan. Who's the girl that's in Mean Girls?
The redheaded chick?
Yeah. Who's that actress? I don't.
Was she friends with me, Lindsay Lohan?
She was the new girl.
Oh, like the new one?
Hold on, I'm about to get to.
Fuck if I know.
I don't know her name. Let's go to Maniac.
Redheaded. Is it like Mean Girls 2 or I don't know what you're talking about?
No, the first Mean Girls. Who's the new girl that's being Mean Girled on? Useless.
I don't know what you mean.
How you gonna say Mean Girls? It's Emma Stone. God damn it.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? I thought you said she was in Emma Stone wasn't in Mean Girls, nigga.
That's what the fuck I'm asking.
No, Emma Stone. She was
Mean Girl.
You could have said Superbad. The fuck,
nigga. I don't remember. You said Mean Girls, so I'm trying to figure out who the fuck was the girl from Mean Girls.
I don't even know what you talking about.
The girl who was the new chick at the school
was Lindsay Lohan.
That was Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
Oh shit!
This nigga losing me. He making my head.
Well, you know, I don't watch that movie.
Nah, you don't. But I'm just saying, nigga.
I've only seen it like twice. We watched it in a class in high school over like 4 days. Did. It's like a computer designing class where you learn how to do like Flash and shit. And we watch Mean Girls for like a week to watch it through.
When your teacher doesn't want to do nothing she ain't got no lesson plan for the week because she going to Mexico.
That was going towards the end. It was funny because a girl in that class was so it was a dude in our neighborhood that was in the class with me. That was the year before us, and there was a girl in there. And it called me over one time because I would just sit like just by myself and I wouldn't talk to anybody. It called me over. It was like, what's up? I was like, hey, she was wondering what you could do to be more regular.
What?
I was like,
what? Regular how?
Regular like
personality wise?
Nah, digestion.
Oh,
like she's like, yeah, I want to be. She's like, yeah, I want to be more regular. I was like, that's a really weird thing to be worried about.
Well, you're not being regular right now, motherfucker.
Very usual concern when you're in high school.
I don't know. I can't help you. I'm finna go stuff my face full of cheeseburgers with cheese on top. So
I have no idea.
These burritos finna get fucked up alongside of a Coke. So whatever. I
have no idea. So who's the Okay, so who's the redheaded girl from Superbad? Who's that?
That's
Emma Stone.
Yes, dog.
I don't know these white.
Let's just end this conversation. Why are you mad at Miley Cyrus?
Is she trying to come back?
Bro, look, I'm not even gonna tell. I'm not even lying to you, bro. I literally had a thought the other day. Is it that Miley Cyrus came out with Wrecking Ball, and that shit was hard. That song still bangs to this day.
I would disagree, but keep going.
You bugging.
That sounds not good.
What?
Keep going. Keep going. Stop making comments on me. Just
but
keep
we
going.
Loved it. Everybody was like, "Oh, Wrecking Ball came out." The video was like, "Oh, the video kind of wild." I mean, for his day, but like, not to niggas. If you stayed up late to watch Tip Drill, nothing's wild to you ever again.
It was just a weird choice.
Yeah,
because you ass naked.
But it made but it's just like we've seen ass and titties before. Now we've seen your ass and titties now, so it's not even like. Back then it wasn't even shocking, but like if she had just kept on that same little track, I think people would have liked her more than they do now, because now it seems like she's trying to be someone that I'm not gonna necessarily say that she's not, but she's not. You feel me?
Real, she was pandering. She was
pandering.
She was trying to do hip hop shit. She was trying to twerk and all that. And people like, oh, she admitted twerking. It's like, nigga, nowhere close. What the fuck?
They was talking about twerking when New Orleans came over after Katrina.
In New Orleans, that shit is way old.
Yeah. Like niggas' grandmamas would be twerking and shit.
Way old.
There's
like,
definitely videos from the 80s of somebody's grandma.
There was a picture that she had posted. It was like the shook thing where it's like supposed to be her butt cheeks.
What is that shit?
And then somebody's like, Dad, how you spell chic? Chic.
Oh, is that supposed to be a new single or some shit?
I don't know. I just saw it and I was like,
Miley Cyrus, stop stealing black people's vernacular.
Oh, and then it was like, okay, we've been roasting her for like 3 years straight, and it's just like, I'm done with hip hop. It objectifies women. It's like, didn't you emerge from somebody from between ass cheeks at an award show and then proceeded to twerk?
It objectifies. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
So,
stupid ass.
Can somebody?
It's like, oh yeah, that's cool. But
can
like,
somebody just put Miley Cyrus into like a box, into like a wooden box, and then do her like the Lost Ark, and then just put her in a warehouse?
I can't believe what's his face, the Hemsworth. I can't believe his brother is letting her do this shit. You let your girl. You should have told your girls like, hey, this ain't the look, my dog. Because her ass cheeks was shook. It's not the look, my dog.
Stop that.
Yeah. You could have just. She could have just came out like every white girl, put her hair back and put like a little shawl or whatever with the shit draped down. I'm just like, calm down, Miley. You know one's thick.
No,
not at all, yo. Just go back to making Hannah Montana music. You know what I mean? Like,
or just make. I mean, you can make like
pop music.
Yeah, you can make pop. You can make R&B. When you starting to try to make songs with like, my thing was like, she said that, but she had made a song with Juicy J, the nigga who wrote "Slob on My Knob." Like, come on, fam.
The nigga who wrote "Slob on My Knob" in high school. It wasn't even like, oh, he just made it. No, this nigga made it a long time ago.
They wrote that shit. They wrote that shit in like 91.
Yeah, that shit was so hard that it's still being played and sampled to this day. I think 3 6 Mafia has gotten so many.
Like, Slob on My Knob went away and came back. That's how old that shit is. It went away and came back.
Slob on My Knob is a child's tune at this point. I remember us singing that shit as kids. Slob on my knob.
Because it was so catchy.
Yeah, you don't even have to do much to be like, I hum it sometimes. It's like something you sing when you working at your desk or something. Slob on my knob.
I'm upset when people mess with it and sample it and shit. Because it's like, now you're taking it away from
it's just killing it. You messing. And it was like fucking 40 of those songs. I know he got a whole bunch of plaques last year for that fucking song.
It's funny because that song is awful. That song is awful. That nigga's doing terrible shit. That
Squeeze on my nuts.
That nigga did a drive-by on a police station. He beat up a woman.
I don't think people get that far. It's like
no. I listened to the whole.
You listen to the whole song. It's like
like
10 minutes, right?
Nah.
Niggas don't make it past.
He shoots up a police station. He beats up a woman. At one point, he's like, in the second little part, he's like, I didn't have a rubber. I fuck with 2 balloons.
Like, mind you, this nigga's in high school. This nigga said he was in high school when he wrote that song.
At one point,
that's definitely a fucking lunchroom, a locker room song that you make up as you get dressed to go to the next period.
That second part of the song was awful. He's like,
smelled like mush. Should had a dish.
No, that's in the beginning. The second part is like, it's like some the pussy hair was rough. Twisting her head. It's something like a drug. Damn, now I can't remember. But it's like he's basically saying her pussy hair was dreads.
Hey bro, and slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Hey, like, tap.
Then he's like, like on the cover, the natural hair, she love it. Stop, bitch, please don't touch it. And then at one point he's like, the worst part is like some I fucked her with a broom.
Yes, bro.
And it's like it's like some. No, I'm gonna look it up. I don't want to mess it. I don't want to butcher Juicy J's immortal lyrics.
Yes. Oh man.
Yeah, this is not age appropriate
at all. Right about now, hey. You better know time.
Broom. Alright, this is not the whole thing.
Yeah. Nothing can compare.
Oh, there's a part 2 lyrics. That's what I'm looking for. Slide over that part 2. Let's look up rough. Fuck with 2 balloons, lay on the bed. That's all she said. Her pussy has one problem, twisted tight as threads. The fucking sauce with tunes. I fucked her with a broom. She rode like a horse. The blood came rushing soon. When I seen that, I didn't want the cat, so I bamped out and never came back. And Genius got the lyrics wrong. They talk about so I found out and never came back.
No, so I bounced out and never came back.
Yeah, Genius is not always correct.
Suck a nigga dick or something. Suck a nigga dick or something. That's that iconic phrase. Suck a nigga dick or something. Suck a nigga dick or something.
This part is so funny to me. It's like, lay on the cover. My natural hair, she loved it. Stop, bitch, stop. Please don't touch it. Oh, man. Running from the rehab. Never got caught. Yeah. What were we talking about again? Oh yeah,
Miley Cyrus being a terrible person.
Yeah. Fuck Miley Cyrus. just put her in the box like the Lost Ark, and then just put her in the warehouse to never be found.
She can just go ahead and put that wig back on and be calling herself Hannah Montana again.
Or just
not. Stop.
Just stop making music.
Oh shit! You got anything else?
No.
If you like what you hear, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and rate us 5 stars. We're available on Google Podcasts, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and now YouTube. If you want to reach us, hit us up on Twitter at Space City Bros, Instagram at Space City Brothers, like us on Facebook at Space City Bros Podcast, or email us at spacecitybros@gmail.com. If you want to support us more, think about donating to our Patreon at Space City Bros on Patreon. Anything else?
My natural hair, she loved it.
Alright, peace.
Look how I run it up. Look how I'm coming up. I wish you was one of us. See how that money come? Paper cut fingers from counting that money up. Praying emojis. The blessings keep coming. I know I can't have enough. Never on E. Took off on haters. There's no need to gas me up. I'm patting my lead. I'm too far ahead and there's no way you catching up.